Hi guys, Darth Deuces here with another action figure review, and we're going to be taking a look at a Destiny action figure. I reviewed the Saint 14 helmet Titan figure decent amount of months back, but the one I wanted to pick up the most was the Hunter, because the Hunter is what I main and is the main I guess class that I play as in Destiny, and I finally picked it up. After finding it once and passing on it, I picked it up this time. And I'm excited to have this one, because Hunters are my favorite, so that's pretty cool. So I'll take a look at the packaging first, and you've got sort of the standard McFarlane Toys Destiny packaging for the first Destiny. I don't know if the packaging is going to change with the new figures that are coming out, which I'm pretty excited for, but yeah, this is from the first Destiny. You've got the figure clearly displayed. You got the sticker here. It says he includes his ghost. And then you kind of got the blue outline there around it. So yeah, you got the Iron Banner Hunter. This is Hunter wearing Iron Banner armor. You got Destiny on the side. McFarlane Toys at the top there, which not really much going on about. Nothing really on the bottom. And on the side, you Angler on his side here. It tells you his color tops, number 25, and it shows the other figures available. You've got this Hunter, you've got the Vaulted Glass Titan, the King's Fall Warlock, and the Lord Saladin 10-inch figure. And there's also the variants to each of these figures. Here's there's two other variants for this figure. There's I can't remember what the shader's called, but I'm pretty sure it's in an not EB Games, sorry, a GameStop exclusive, which I've never seen. And then you've also got this Walmart, I'm pretty sure it's a Walmart exclusive Million shader, which looks like it has a different helmet as well. And he comes with a sword instead, and it looks really cool, and it's stupid hard to get this one. I've never seen it in stores. It goes for crazy prices online because it is, really hard to get. Whatever. But anyways, I'm going to get this guy cracked open. We'll take a closer look at the figure outside the box. Alright, now I have the Iron Banner Hunter figure out of the packaging, and this is a pleasant surprise. It is actually a decent action figure coming from McFarlane Toys. And I don't mean to say that McFarlane makes bad stuff, because the company doesn't. They make very good stuff, but for a certain collector, and there's a lot of figures that McFarlane Toys has put out where honestly, they've been pretty ballsy to be calling it an action figure. It's more like they've been more like staction figures, like the Commando Spawn figure, which I have reviewed a while back. Has some articulation, but it's meant to be in one pose, and you can pretty much just kind of alter that one pose, but not really do much else with it. This figure is a nice breath of familiar air. I want to say it actually feels like an action figure. You can actually do so much stuff with this. It's just so nice. I'm very pleased with it. So let's take a closer look, and we're going to take a look at the sculpt and paint detail, which is definitely McFarlane Toys' main focus when it comes to their action figure lines. They focus on the paint and sculpt of figures, which is really good, though it comes at a cost, usually. McFarlane is notorious for scrapping points of articulation in favor of sculpt and detail. And I've complained about this before. If you want to have super accurate sculpts, then do statues and not action figures. But luckily, this Hunter figure is different. They were able to put all that paint and sculpt detail in and get a lot of the articulation you'd want from a figure. And the sculpt helmet's really cool. I like the design. I like kind of like the slit, though I'm not a huge fan of how the visor is done. It's like, out of all the paint details, this is one that's really weird. They kind of like put a smudge of black in where the visor is, but they didn't paint the whole visor black. I'm assuming that's intentional, but it's just kind of weird, so I might end up just coloring that in myself. But this bronze color looks really good, and you've got this black wash to bring out the details in the sculpt. You can see all that sculpt detail, which looks really good. I like that a lot. You got this gold crest, Iron Banner crest on the torso, which looks really cool, and you got like this sort of ornamental, almost necklace kind of like thingy on the front of the chest plate, which is really cool. You got the shoulder pads. This one's just a little different than this one, which is cool. You got some gray flashes and black. The odd sort of sloppiness, but it's not too bad. You got the cloak here, kind of got the scarf part around his neck, and then you've got the cloak flowing down, which looks really cool. You got the Iron Banner sort of logo on the back here. There's a hole, and then if you flip that up, there's a hole there, so you can peg weapons on his back with the cloak on, which is really cool. Cloak itself is quite interesting. It's actually quite a pliable material, which I'm, for the most part, which is actually pretty cool, because usually McFarlane's like doesn't do that. It is kind of interesting. If you did it there. I was gonna say you can kind of get the, yeah, not really. Never mind. I thought I could keep its pose. It can't. The sculpting detail is really good on the cloak. You got all this tears and holes at the bottom, which is super cool as well. You got the forearms here, which just have nice sculpted detail, and they have like this gray wash to make it look dirty, which is cool. Like he's been out in the field, which is awesome. You got the gauntlets here; it look good. You got some flashes of gold. You got some gold knives on his forearms there, which is really cool. And you got this hand just sculpted in a trigger finger. This looks good. He's got a knife on his hip here, as well as a knife on his hip here. It would have been nice if these knives were removable, but I won't complain too much. And it is really cool. He has all these knives on him. I like that a lot. He's got like this padding or whatnot in his belts. It look good. And you got a pouch here sculpted on his pants, and you got like blue on the inside, and then like black, and right there, and you got black results, and that looks really good. You got like the knee armor, which looks good. You got the buckles painted gold. Black, a matte black, and then you got this brown wrapping with, again, a nice black wash. It's a little overdone there, but it's not too bad. And then the boots would look really good, and it's overall a really good looking figure. I absolutely love how this looks. I think it looks really good. Yeah, it's quite good looking. I like it a lot. And the sculpt and paint detail is quite good. In terms of articulation, this is usually where I say the articulation's pretty bad, but the articulation on this figure is actually pretty good, all considering. He has 2 ball joints at the neck, so you got a ball joint right in the head and at the neck itself. You can pivot about like that much. You can look up, you can look down a little bit, and you can rotate, so that's really good. It's a nice smooth joint, works really well. He has ball hinge at the shoulders, and the company actually made the shoulder pads a softer rubbery plastic, so you can actually get them up a decent amount, and the shoulder plate will go over the armor, which is really nice. It's a tactic that companies like Hasbro have been doing forever with their figures, and it's good that McFarlane's picking that up. And that's good. That's about as hard as they go, and you can rotate them all around. He has a ball hinge at the elbow, which actually can go full 90 degrees. I mean, obviously, it'd be nice if it could go further, but on other figures, and even on the Titan figure, it's only going like to there, so it's awesome to get that pretty good motion. He also has a rotation and a hinge at the wrists, which move decently. He has a torso joint, which can rotate, can pivot a little bit, crunch back a decent amount, not really go forward though. He's got swivels at the hips, so you can kick out to about there, which is quite good. Kick back hella far, which is also quite good. And this one, if you go far enough, can kick out to there, which is quite good, though it looks a little awkward. This one, unfortunately, does not go out very far, which is the biggest gripe I have with the articulation. This pouch gets stuck on the belt. It can't go under it or anything, so you pretty much can't move that one out too much, which is a little unfortunate. Then you got ball hinges. The knees move decently, not quite 90, which is unfortunate, but I think it's, again, more than the Titan could do, and it can rotate there as well. And you get hinges at the joint, so you can point out a bit, up a little bit, and you get a slight bit of pivot, and he also has peg holes, or 1 peg hole on his left foot. So he actually has decent articulation. You can actually get proper rifle holding poses out of this guy. Thank God. Alright, and then for accessories, the figure comes with quite a bit of stuff. First off, you get the Destiny display stand. You got that nice sculpted detail there, the peg for the foot, Destiny logo. and hollow. It's pretty generic, but it works quite well. So that is pretty good. Comes with the Ghost, which is nice. Got some nice painted detail. Nice sculpt. There's just not much you can do with these. You can have them holding them, but aside from that, there's not a way to get them to look like they're hovering over them or whatever. That's how they are in the game. They like hover around them. You can't get that. It would have been nice if they made like a little clear stand thing to plug into the figure and it could, float by them. But it is what it is, and I'm not going to complain too much. He comes with his hood for the cloak, which is really cool. It's sculpted very nicely, and it looks like the head of a wolf, which is cool. Got some white there, and you got the black around the ears and the black for the nose, red on the eyes. Got some straps there, I think that's what they are. And then it goes over the head like so. And it sticks on there. It's not falling off, which is pretty good. And it'll limit some of the head articulation, obviously. But it is still pretty good. I like that a lot. Looks good. And he comes with two weapons. The least interesting weapon is just the Omelon auto rifle he comes with. It's the same one that came with the Titan figure, the Saint 14 Helm Titan figure that I have. So nothing too special, but the sculpt's nice. The paint details are quite good. Like I said, you can actually get good rifle holding poses out of this guy. So if I can quickly, I'll just actually pause it real quick. Alright, so now I have the hunter holding the rifle, and as you can see, you can actually get proper rifle holding poses out of this guy, which is great. Usually you can't get that out of the McFarlane figures, so that is awesome. Absolutely pleased with that. Looks quite good. I would be a little careful with paint chipping on the weapons, though I'm honestly not too worried about the auto rifle because I don't care too much. Again, like I said, it can plug into, oh yeah, see this, yeah, scuffed it right there, good. But like I said, you can plug it into the back here, so through the hole. I have no idea if this is lined up properly, but yeah, you can plug it on his back with the cloak on, so that is pretty cool. I like that a lot. And then lastly, he comes with a hand cannon, and hand cannons are my favorite type of gun in the game, so I absolutely love that he comes with a hand cannon. It is the exotic hand cannon Thorn, or Thorns. I can't remember if it has the S on it or not. This is pretty cool. Actually, I actually did have this gun in the game. It's notorious. When I remember when they first started playing the game, this gun was notorious in PvP. Yeah, it looks really good. You got like this gunmetal color and a more beige-ish sort of color for like the magazine spot, and you got like these black wraps on the handle, which is cool. Got these spikes. Got some green paint apps there on the sides. Got the barrel there sculpted on. It looks really, really good. It does have a peg here. It's quite long, but you can hold the gun. At least I'm assuming you can. His hands, if I'm gonna complain a little bit, are a little stiffer than his fingers are a little stiffer than I'd like them to be. But yeah, you got the gist. You can hold the hand cannon, which is pretty cool. And you can peg it to his hip. There's a hole on his hip here. I don't think there's one on this side. No, there's a one on this side. Go on and peg that. I'll peg it on his hip if it'll let me. There we go. Alright, and that's pretty cool that you get that option to store for storage. You can store all of his accessories aside from the ghost on this person, which is really, really cool. So you can get the hand cannon stowed on his hip, which looks really, really good. And you can remove the weapon pegs from the weapons as well, so you don't need to worry about that looking ugly or anything. If you want them to hold them, don't want the pegs in there, easily enough to remove them. Now, before I end, because I gotta end because I'm rambling on too much, do some quick comparisons. So here he is with the Saint 14 Helm Titan. Yeah, they're scale well. They're about the same size. Maybe would have liked the Titan to be just slightly bigger, but it's not too bad. They scale good. They look good together. Hunter is definitely the better figure. I mean, if you're a Titan kind of person, you like Titans, then go for the Titan, but the Hunter is objectively just a way better figure. And then, quickly, I will compare with a standard size 6-inch figure. Here's the Marvel Legend Deadpool. I'm pretty sure these these Destiny figures are supposed to be 7-inch scale. But you know what? They actually scale quite good with the 6-inch figures. I mean, maybe it's just slightly bigger, but you know, he's almost the same size as Deadpool here, so they're pretty close to the 6-inch scale. Oops. Anyways, that's pretty much it for my review. I overall really like this figure a lot. It was definitely worth the purchase. Way better than the Titan figure. Probably the best of the Destiny figures, if I'm being honest. Though I don't have any of the Warlocks and don't plan to get any of them, I'd say this figure's still probably better. And if you're a Destiny fan, I would definitely recommend picking this one up. It is a really good one, and you won't be disappointed with it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video.